You're watching the Local Footy Show, where today we're paying special tribute to the people of Marysville. Marysville lost its football club some years ago, but on February 7, 2009, the entire town was all but lost in the horrific Black Saturday bushfires that claimed 34 Marysville lives. But the picturesque gateway to Victoria's snowfields is fighting back, and the rebuilding is in full swing. The rebuilding of both infrastructure and lives.
Yeah, it's rebounding really well, getting a lot of support from the local communities, Melbourne people coming up. We've got some good snow at the moment, so there's good support for the town and for the mountain. The thing I like to see is there's new enrolments in the primary school, so there's families moving into the town, and it's a very strong business community too, so, and yeah, good community support.
About the last 12 months has really progressed, and the atmosphere is better, and it's good. People are coming up and supporting us, and it's a much better place now.
No, I think the town's come a long way, you know, with the vibe, and people are trying to, you know, rebuild their lives. Yeah, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy. So we just need more people. We do need more people up here to help us and, you know, sort of pull us through.
To rebuild or to move away. That was the decision faced by those whose homes and businesses were lost.
Everyone had their own story, their own circumstances. I know a number of people, a number of the elderly moved closer to family. They took the opportunity and moved out. But on the whole, the community is very strong and supportive, so a lot of people stayed. For me, it was all about getting re-established quickly. I fell in love with the town when I came up here, and it's a great community, so you know, I wanted to be a part of it.
For some, like Greg and Grace, it was a case of staying but changing direction.
There's been a few that have moved away and they've come back. You know, it takes time to sort out what you want to do. I think your tendency straight after the fire was to try and make it like it was, because that's your comfort zone, and it's not there anymore. So it takes time, maybe up to 5 years, to try and sort out what you want to do, where you want to do it, and you know, we'll do something completely different.
I'm an optimist, so we had a different shop before the fires, so we get to try a different few styles, and then that helped with our rebuilding. So
I think when you have a clean slate after the fires, that the world's your oyster. You can choose from anything that you wanted to do. So yeah, whether to stay or move or retire, all that sort of thing. We may have been financially better off putting the money in superannuation bucket, but what would we do?
When we bought the building, we bought the freehold for that, and one of our things was to get food up and going again, so we put in a restaurant. We just swapped it over. So we wanted our ski-high customers to get a coffee and a bacon and egg roll in the morning when they turned up, so, and a pizza in the afternoon. So
we had holiday cottages before the fires, and then decided not to rebuild those, and we built the 3 shops along here. And I always wanted to make chocolates, so we spent all this money so I could play and make chocolates. So this was on my bucket list, so why not?
But what's a country town without a local pub?
Pub's always gone, and we got nowhere to drink. So that is a real problem. But we'll get there once things stabilise. I thought it might have been 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be 10 to 15.
It has taken a long time. I mean, you know, sort of we look back, you look back from, you know, year to year, and it's just so different, so different. And as I said, it's going to take a few more years. We said 10 years for it to sort of come back, and I think it'll be, around about that.
It's just slow as far as the business side of it, but it'll come along.
The thing that we needed the most was the Vibe Hotel, and that enabled more people to come into the town and stay around. So it enabled everybody to get a bit of share of it, like restaurant, cafes and so forth. You know, we still lack a bit of restaurant work around town, but that'll come within time.
The new Vibe Hotel complex stands where the old pub and popular Cumberland Guest House once stood.
I've heard it's very different. I never saw the Cumberland, but apparently this is very different, but it's still very good. People love coming here, remembering the Cumberland, but also trying something different as well. We've got 101 rooms here at Vibe. We've got a restaurant, a cafe, we've got a pool, gym, everything. So we're all about bringing people together, bringing people back to Marysville, getting Marysville up and going again.
It won't be the old Marysville, it'll obviously be a new Marysville with new people. Some of the people that were here beforehand haven't come back for a lot of different reasons, and but some of the new people have taken the new blocks of land and built on them. But the one thing we still lack a little bit of is more work. So this is where once Lake Mountain operates correctly or fully, then it helps everybody else, because then we can have more employment, because more employment keeps more people around. So it's a catch-22.
A good snow season is crucial to Marysville's rebuilding process.
The snow's great at the moment. The best thing that happened to us. When we got snow, everybody operates. And now I mean the cafe, the supermarket, the lolly shop, everybody gets to work. So it involves everybody. You know, the service station in Hillsville, or the pubs around the area, they all work. And a lot of people don't realise that.
Quite a few people have come up through school holidays. There's a lot of people in town for the snow.
Visiting here?
We are, just for the day.
And what do you think?
It's just pretty, isn't it? So beautiful up in here. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Never been here in our lives, so yeah.
It is lovely.
They've done it nicely, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah. They've done it really well.
Yeah.
It looks exceptional.
Yeah.
We just comment where we come from. Why can't our shires do things as simple and as good as this? It's just crazy. Yeah.
Everything's so easy to get to, and there's lots of variety. Like there's great, as I said, there's coffee shops. You can have a massage, great accommodation.
And what about the way they've built the place again? The style of it. Do you like that?
I do, but is it a lot different from what it was previously?
It's not even recognisable.
Really? See, I thought a lot of things, from my memory, because I've been here many years ago, look similar. But there you go, I'm totally wrong. It looks more like, I think then maybe, if I was to say something, more like a chalet kind of a vibe to it. More of the snow, being close to the snow and that, yeah.
But 6 years on, those who lived through that traumatic day still remember.
There's some days when, things are good. There's some days when, it is hard. It is hard. When, sort of you get people up and ask, how was it? Were you here? What happened? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it's in sort of, it brings it all back.
I went next door to the neighbours on the bottom side, and Peter was there, and I said, "Do you staying, Pete?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Is your wife staying?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "She inside?" He said, "Oh no, she's with Carl, their son." I said, "Where?" He said, "Talbot Drive." I said, "Not good, it's going to blow up." I said, "If they want to stay down here, go and get them. Don't ring up, go and get them." Well, I don't know whether he rang or he went and got them, but they come back and there were 6 people died in Talbot Drive.
Some of them are doing fine. Some, a lot of them, like I said, some came back and rebuilt and whatever. Some that keep coming back and sort of, have had to move somewhere else. If you've got teenagers or kids and make friends somewhere else, that's where you're going to be.
One of my mates who perished in the fire, he was godfather to my kids. He's an old resident from years ago as well, and he wasn't going to leave. And his wife left and she pleaded with him to go, and he, no, it'll be all right. Anyway, It wasn't, but by the time that he decided to leave, it was too late.
He was just one of many friends Lee lost that day, along with the wife of another good mate.
He went out to check on his house up the road, which was opposite the hotel, and the house survived. He come back, and his wife and everyone else that was there perished. The Cumberland was gone, and so was his wife. It was a tough day.
And of course, on Black Saturday, despite losing its pavilion, the football oval played a crucial role.
The football oval was somewhere to go, and everyone was down here, and then they were evacuated from here by the police down to Buxton, Alexandra and whatever from there. But this was a meeting place for the people during the fire. The fires and that, it's all done and dusted and gone, so whether people remember or not, they don't, or, who knows.
They'll remember Lee, and they'll remember the resilience of the people of Marysville.
It's the most amazing town. It's a really tight-knit community, so it's really good.
Yeah, we're pretty strong lot. Yeah, but there's a lot of new people coming in town too. Yep, new families.
The old people pretty resilient. The new people we don't know yet.
It's amazing. You see our town now, totally different to what it was, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And one day we will have our beautiful town back again.